Hey, Saad here. In this video, I'm going to show you an end-to-end sales system that I've sold for multiple companies from $5,000 to $15,000. It handles your entire outreach from the initial email, the follow-up, and even the last message. And the best part, emails are going to be so personalized thanks to next-level prompt engineering that it feel like they were written by a real human. This is the exact playbook that I use in my seven-figure agency, and I'm sharing it with you today. Together, Liz, we're going to scrape Apollo. Some people claim that Apollo scrapers are dead, but here's the truth. Scrapers are forever. Apollo is still a powerhouse when it comes to data sourcing, and I'm going to prove it today. We're not only going to scrape the decision makers' emails, we'll validate them, grab their LinkedIn profile, and we'll do it at a fraction of the cost. But here where it gets crazy. We'll take all this data, generate congrats lines, PS lines, and follow-ups, and insert them into our dream email automatically. All you have to do is the initial setup, and the system is going to run infinitely. My name is Saad, and I scaled a sales agency to $80,000 a month by building inside high ROI sales systems built in no-code tools like Make.com. This channel is 100% educational to teach you how to leverage AI and automation to ride the wave and build your own sales agency so you can live life on your own terms. So first, I'll walk you through how to scrape Apollo for leads, validate emails, grab LinkedIn profiles, and automate the entire campaign end-to-end using AI. You also learn world-class copywriting and prompt engineering. So by the end of this, you'll have everything you need to build this out yourself. And don't worry, I'm going to leave all the resources you're going to need in the description. So does that sound good to you? If the answer is yes, then just dive in. Okay, so the first step we're going to do is we're going to scrape Apollo using Apify. I'm going to show you step by step how to do it. And then we're going to validate the emails scraped off Apollo using an email validation tool. You can use any email validation tool you want. It could be Mails.so, Million Verifier, Zero Bounce, etc. And then we're going to clean the company names, just because when you scrape data off the internet, the name of the company name will have like Ent Ltd, Inc., and we don't want that. And then we're going to use AI to generate a thoughtful congrats line that we're going to use in our email. Then we're going to generate a non-service observation for even crazier personalization. And then we're going to generate another thoughtful message for the second email, which is going to be the follow-up. And then we're going to generate a PS line again for the last follow-up. So the output of AI is going to be just like this. So the initial email is going to be, hey, Addy, congrats on scaling Calmigo to help people manage stress and anxiety. Love how you bring in tech solutions to mental health without medication, such a crucial area that doesn't get enough innovation. So this first part right here is the congrats line right here. So this is the congrats line, okay? So let me just put this right here. So this is the congrats line. And then the second one is going to be the non-surface level observation. So happy to see that Calmigo is developing a tangible drug-free solution for anxiety management rather than just pushing another app or supplement like most wellness companies in the market today. So this is like a non-surface level observation. So this is the second one. And then I'm just having my pitch right here, which is I'm Saad. I'm reaching out because I built a sales system that have generated 85K for prevention and consistently connects companies like Calmigo with their ideal clients at scale purely off performance. I'd love to show you how we could customize this approach for your specific markets. Is this aligned with what you're trying to achieve right now? Thanks for the time, Saad. Okay, so this is the initial email. The follow-up email is going to be, hey, Addy, checking in case you haven't seen this. TLDR, I'm Saad and I'm reaching out because I can connect Calmigo with ideal clients at scale purely off performance through outbound sales systems. And then I'm adding another thoughtful message, which is going to be right here. Really impressed by how your team at Calmigo is addressing the complex challenges of providing immediate anxiety relief through technology rather than medication. So I'd love to help you expand and reach even more people. What's holding you back from hopping on a 15-minute call? Okay. And then the last email, which is going to be the breakup email or the last touch point, which is going to be, hey, Addy, I wanted to send one final note to check in. I completely understand if now isn't the right time. And then I'm adding a PS line. So it's going to be the last one. So PS line. And it's going to be, PS, when you're ready to connect more efficiently with your ideal clients in the health tech space, I'd be happy to help. Just say the word. Thanks for the time, Saad. Okay, so we're going to build a system that basically does everything for us. So first step I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and scrape Apollo using Apify. So I'm just going to go to apollo.io and then I'm just going to log into my account. So just sign up to Apollo and just log in after you sign up. And just go ahead and go to people, which is going to be people. And then I'm just going to go ahead and start building a list. I'm just going to pick a random niche. So let me just clear all these filters. So pick any random B2B niche that you want and just build a list in Apollo. So I'm just going to pick, for example, I'm going to go to industries and I'm going to pick healthcare, for example. So mental health care. All right. And I'm going to go to email status, make sure it's always verified, right? And catch-all excluded. So the way you do it is you click on email status and make sure you toggle verified and make sure you untoggle include catch-all email, okay? And then I'm going to go to job titles and I want to talk to, let me go to simple, search for job title. I'm just going to go to founder. I want to talk to founders, CEO, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And co-founder. And let me just remove all these past filters that I had in my search. And there you go. I have 3.7K results. And the location is going to be United States. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a couple more job titles just to have a bigger list to show you that you can build bigger lists on Apollo, not just 3.7K. So if I just add president, look at this, 7.2K. Okay. Now, when you scrape Apollo, don't go over 2.5K results. So I'm just going to basically scrape 2.5K. And the way I'm going to do it is I'm just going to delete a couple filters just because I want my search URL, right? Which is going to be the net new right here. I just want 2.5K, right? Because in order for you to scrape Apollo, if you go over 2.5K, you risk your account getting banned, okay? So don't worry, it's not going to be banned permanently. It's just going to give you like a 24-hour ban, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to filter even more so I can get 2.5K results. So yeah, I'm just going to choose 1 to 10. And then now I have 2.9K, which is pretty good. Now, all I have to do is just copy this URL. And then I'm going to go to Apify. And the scraper I'm going to use is going to be Apollo IO lead scraper by this guy, Curious Coder. Okay. So the first step, I'm just going to paste in my search URL. Make sure I toggle get emails, include guest emails, and wait for email verification. For the cookies, I'm just going to go back to Apollo and I'm just going to retrieve my session cookie and it's going to be edit this cookie. Okay. And the way you're going to get edit this cookie, you're just going to type in edit this cookie on Google. And then you're going to download a extension, which is called edit this cookie. Pretty straightforward. So just add it to your browser. And then once you do that, you're going to have it in your browser extensions and just click on it. And then click on extract, copy, so cookies, copy to clipboard. Go back and then just paste that in here. And then I'm going to go to total numbers of records required. Just make sure it's 2,500 all the time. And in terms of proxy, it's going to be data center. Make sure it's always going to be residential. Run options. Make sure it's always no timeout and click on save and start. So now Apify is going to go ahead and scrape all those leads for us. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go ahead and pause the recording. And once the scrape is finished, I'm going to get back to you. Okay, so I just scraped 2,500 leads, as you guys can see. So 2,500 leads. So people saying that Apollo scrapers are dead. There you go. So I just scraped 2,500. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go back to my system walkthrough and then I'm going to start building the system. So we scraped Apollo using Apify. Now we're going to validate emails using email validation tool. So we're going to go ahead to make.com. So the step number 2 is going to be go into make.com and then we're going to start building our system. So I'm just going to go to create a new scenario. Okay. And I'm going to go and basically click on this plus button right here and go to Apify and make sure it's get dataset items. And then to authenticate your account, go back to Apify and then go to settings. And then you're going to have to go to API integration and just copy your API key. Go back, click on add, and then make sure connection type is going to be Apify API token, paste in your API token and click on save. Okay, now you authenticated your account, go back to the run and go back to storage and copy the dataset ID, okay? And then paste that in here. In terms of limit, just put 1 and click save. Let me run once. So I have the first name, last name, I have the headline, their email, etc. So the second step now is click on this plus button and then I'm just going to choose a platform called email validation. There you go. Verify an email address. And the way you're going to get this tool is you're going to go to emailvalidation.io. Okay. And then you're just going to have to go to click on start for free. And then I already have an account right here, but let me just log out and show you how you can sign up. So you just go ahead and click on sign up and just sign up with an email right here. I'm just going to sign up with Google just for ease of use. And I'm just going to choose an email and click on continue. And there you go. So we're just going to wait, finalize in my account, and then go back. And all they have to do is click on add, right? And you're going to paste in your API key. So we're just going to wait for email validation IO to finalize our account. Just a few more seconds. Okay, we're going to wait. Okay, so it's done. Now I'm going to go to API keys, and then I'm just going to copy my API key and go back, paste that in here, and click save. And then I've successfully authenticated my account. In terms of the email address, I'm just going to map the email address of that person, click save, and click on run once. So now, there you go. So email, deliverable, valid mailbox. Great. Thank you, email validation. So now, third step is going to be using AI to clean the company names, because here's the company name. So when you scrape data off Apollo, the company name is going to be organization name. So there you go. So organization name. So Calmigo Neurotech. Now let's just clean this company name. And then I'm going to click on this plus button. I'm just going to use a cheap model. AI model is going to be Gemini, Google Gemini, and it's going to be created completion. And then I'm going to go to my 7-figure prompts. I'm just going to plug and play a company name formatter, which is a prompt that cleans the company name for me. So I'm just going to copy this. And then I'm going to go back. AI model is going to be Gemini 1.5 Pro. Role is going to be user. And then parts are going to be text. And I'm just going to paste in the prompt. And then I'm just going to map my information right here. And I'm going to go to name, which is organization name. Domain is going to be the domain of that person, which is domain. And then the headline is going to be the headline, which is headline. Okay. And click on save. So the fourth step is we're going to scrape the LinkedIn page of each lead. So I'm going to click on this plus button right now, and I'm going to look for EXA, right? And EXA is basically going to go ahead and scrape those LinkedIn pages. I'm going to click on perform a search. And then in terms of the search query, I'm just going to map the LinkedIn profile of that person. So here's the LinkedIn profile, which is, I think it's on top. There you go. So LinkedIn URL. And then in terms of number of results, just one. And I'm going to go to include content and response, which is yes, and then click on save. So let me just run once. So email validation, clean the company name, and then we're performing a search. So let me just see. So there you go. So title, Calmigo Neurotech LinkedIn, and the text is basically there's LinkedIn. So this is the text. So CEO and co-founder at Calmigo Neurotech from February 2016 to present. This is like their entire LinkedIn page that I'm going to use. Okay. So the fifth step is going to be, it's going to be generate thoughtful congrats line. Okay. So I'm going to click on this plus button again, and I'm just going to use an AI model. I'm just going to use Anthropic Claude. You can use any AI model you want. It could be OpenAI, Gemini again. It could be Perplexity, anything really. So max tokens is going to be 30, 60 all the time. Messages, add message. Role is going to be user. Content is going to be type, and is going to be text, okay? Text is going to be a prompt that I'm going to show you. So I'm just going to go to my playbook. It's called Maya Process Playbook, where I have basically a bunch of prompts that are already plug and play, and I share them with all the members of my community, right? Just going to paste that in here, and I'm just going to map the text, and then click on save, and then run once. Okay, let's read through the output. Congrats on scaling Calmigo in the neurotech space. Impressive how you translated your biomedical ENG background from Technion into a practical stress relief solution that doesn't rely on meds. Wow, this is amazing. So now, basically going to generate the second part of the email, right? Which is going to be, generate non-surface observation. Okay, great. So I'm just going to use, again, Claude, and I'm just going to copy this. And then paste that in here. And then I'm going to go back to my playbook and generate non-surface level observation, which is going to be this one. Copy. Which is the beauty of having prompts already ready. You don't have to waste time. Let's just run again. Run once. Clean company name, performing a search. And let's read through this. Happy to see that Calmigo Neurotech is bringing a hardware-based solution to mental well-being in a market dominated by apps and subscription services that offer limited tangible relief for anxiety and stress. Wow, this is non-surface level observation. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to basically click on this plus button and I'm just going to go to tools. So I'm just going to plug all of this into my dream email, which is going to be set variable. It's going to be dream email. And then it's going to be, hey, first name. So, hey, first name. Hey, Addie. I'm going to have the congrats line right here. And then I'm going to have another non-surface level observation. And basically, I'm going to go back to my system walkthrough and I'm just going to copy the copy that I have here. There you go. Copy this, paste that in here. So I'm sad I'm reaching out because I built a sales system that generated 85 invention, companies like company name, which is going to be the result. And thanks for the time. That's pretty much it. I'd love to show you how I could customize this to your specific markets. Is this aligned with what we're trying to achieve right now? Thanks for the time. Sad. Okay. And then that's pretty much it. Click save. And then the next thing is going to be generating the follow-up email. Okay, so now I'm going to go back and use Entropic Claude. So create a prompt, and it's going to be generate thoughtful message too for the follow-up. So we're just going to generate the follow-up email now. So again, 3060 in terms of tokens, messages, click on add message, user, content is going to be text. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my playbook, and then again, thoughtful message of follow-up, which is this one right here. Copy, paste that in here. And then the text is going to be, again, the text scraped off Excel. So click on, so map text and click save. And let's just try it in the second company. So I'm just going to offset one, click save. And then let's just click on save again and run once. Performing a search. The first congrats line is going to be, congrats on scaling creative mornings to 224 plus cities globally. Been following your radically generous approach since your Swiss Miss blog days and love how you've turned this side projects into community-centered businesses. All right, great. And then let's just read through the second one. Happy to see that Creative Mornings has built a global community through genuine human connection and free access rather than following the typical conference model for exclusive high-ticket prices that dominate the creative industry. Wow. Now let's just read through the dream email. So, hey Tina, we have the congrats line. We have the happy to see, and I'm sad, and I built some for the connects companies like Creative Mornings. So there's a new line here. Yeah, there's as you guys can see, there's a space. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to clean the company name and the output is going to be in JSON. Just because sometimes these AI models, their outputs are going to have like additional characters and additional spaces. So all you have to do is provide only the finalized result in JSON only. So we're just going to write JSON, JSON only as result equals, and then close the bracket, exclude JSON. There you go. Click save, and then let's just run once and see. So we have an issue right here. Creative mornings. So what is the issue right here? Oh, so we didn't map it. Oh, There you go. So click on save now. And then let me just copy this and click on run this module only. And let's see. So there you go. Now we can map it correctly. All right, great. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to map the company name right here. So company name is going to be the result of JSON. Do it again here. So I'm going to add company. I think it's on top. Yeah. So I'm just going to map company name. And then tools is going to be, the result is going to be the result of the JSON, not Gemini. And click save. And now I'm just going to save this. And then I'm going to add another filter here. So condition, if state equals to deliverable. So only if the email is deliverable, obviously. And click save and run once. Okay, so we ran this once and let's see. The output is going to be Hey Tina, etc. And now we don't have the issue, right? So companies like Creative Mornings. All right, great. I'm just going to add a new line right here and click save. And let's just read through the second output. So your passion for building inclusive, accessible creative communities shows and how you've scaled Creative Mornings while maintaining the essence of what makes gathering around breakfast and inspiration so powerful for creative professionals. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to copy this tools right now and paste that in here. And I'm going to copy the second follow-up. Go back. Paste that in here. And I'm just going to remove this. So checking in case you haven't seen this. TLDR, I'm Saad, I'm reaching out because I can connect company name. So the result of the JSON, which is going to be results. And I'm just going to add another non-surface level observation, which is going to be the results. And it's going to be, I'd love to help you expand and reach more people. What's holding you back from hopping on a 15-minute call? Thanks for the time. Saad. Okay, and click save. All right, so now we've generated the initial email, the second email follow-up, and now, so I'm going to click on this plus button again, and I'm going to go to Entropic and create a prompt, and now we're generating a PS line that's going to be at the end of the email. So I'm going to go back to my playbook, and it's going to be generate PS line, copy. Max tokens, 30, 60 again. Messages, add message, role is going to be user. So as you guys can see, it's pretty easy to build a high ROI sales system just like this, and it's going to handle the entire outreach. So PS line is going to be the text again. So the text of EXA, and click on save. And then again, I'm going to click on this plus button. Then I'm going to insert everything in my dream email, go to tools, set variable, and then go back. And this is the last one. Copy. And this is going to be last follow-up. And I'm going to fine tune everything at the end. Don't worry. So let me paste that in here again. So, hey, first name. So just map first name. I wanted to send one final note to check in and then completely understand. Okay. And the PS line is going to be PS line right here, which is the text response. Thanks for the time. Saad. Remove all these spaces. There you go. And click on save. Now let me save this, auto align this. Okay, so cleaning company names, doing everything all together. And then let's just read through each output. And it's going to be dream email first. Hey Tina, congrats on the rapid growth of Creative Mornings to 224 plus cities. As someone who's seen firsthand how intentional community spaces transform creative ecosystems, happy to see that Creative Mornings had built a global community. I'm Saad, etc. So great. second follow-up, which is going to be, hey Tina, checking in case you haven't seen this. And then I have the TLDR. I'm impressed by how you've built creative mornings from a simple breakfast gathering into a global community while staying true to your values of radical generosity and accessible across 224 cities. I'd love to help you expand and reach even more people. What's holding you back from hop in on a 15-minute call? And I'm just going to remove a line right here. Click save. And let's just read through the last one. Hey Tina, I wanted to send one final note to check in. I completely understand if now isn't the right time. P.S. When you're ready to connect with more of your ideal clients, I'd be happy to help. Just say the word. There you go. So I'm going to add another line right here for clear formatting and click save. So now I have basically automated my entire outreach by literally like writing 3 emails. So I'm just going to add everything now to my campaign by clicking on this plus button and looking for instantly. I'm just going to use instantly, add leads to a campaign. And then I'm going to go to my instantly account, click on login. And I'm just going to go to a campaign right here. And then I'm going to click on add new campaign tests and click on continue. And I believe I'm in this account right here. Which account actually? Okay, so I know this account. So I'm going to go campaign tests, go to leads. So I don't have any leads. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to map a connection. Campaign ID is going to be the name of the campaign we just created. Campaign tests, and the leads email is going to be the leads email that we found. Now we're just going to map everything. So first name, last name, company name is going to be the result, right, of the JSON. Personalization is going to be the initial email. So first one. And then website is going to be the website, which is website domain. And make sure to add HTTP. And then now, here's what to do. So before I actually do that, let me just remove my camera so you can see everything. And I'm going to click on custom variables, right? And then pay attention. I'm going to go to custom variable key, and it's going to be follow up. And follow up is going to be dream email. Again, add items. It's going to be last, or let's just name this break up email. And then it's going to be the last follow up. And now click on save. And then let's just run once. There you go. It's going well. And let's see the outputs in our instantly accounts. Basically, we're automating every single thing, and we add it to instantly. Now let's just go to leads, and there you go. And sequences, the first one is going to be personalization. So the first email, here's the first email. Now I'm going to go to the second step, which is add step. And it's going to be, I believe, what we named it follow-up, right? Yeah, it's follow-up. And this is breakup email. Okay, great. So follow-up. Just insert the variable. Preview. There you go. And then now the third step, which is the last email, which is going to be breakup email and preview. There you go. So PS, when you're ready to connect with more creative clients, I'd be happy to help. Just say the word. Okay, great. So the first thing, we can even add like a subject line if you want, right? You can even like automate adding subject lines, but we're not going to do it in this video. So in terms of subject lines, I'm just going to type in company name. Quick thoughts. Okay, in terms of the second step, we can either leave that empty. We can say checking in. There you go. Just checking in. And the last follow-up is, should I close this out? There you go. And that's pretty much it, I believe. That's all I have to do, right? Yeah, that's it. Only thing I have to do now is just remove all of these limits click save. And basically now you can run the entire flow end to end and add all of your leads that we just scraped, right? All of your leads that we just scraped in our Apify account from Apollo, and can just add everything else in one click. It's going to validate the email, clean the company names, like generate personalization 1, 2, 3, and like craft the email and add everything to instantly automatically. Okay. Okay, so hopefully you found this video valuable. I'm going to leave all the resources you're going to need in the description. Like always, thanks for the recent support recently. This channel has been growing like crazy. So thank you so much for that. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.